So you may be wondering, how do I watch TV? The way that I watch TV is with my Apple TV. This thing is absolutely amazing. Now I'm gonna show you something really cool. I'm going to disconnect internet access from my router and show you that not only can I watch live TV on my Apple TV without an internet connection, but I can also do other things and multitask and have the live TV in a picture-in-picture while I'm playing a video game, all without an internet connection. This is the future that we should be having with over-the-air TV, not clunky devices that we have to plug in, but devices that receive an over-the-air signal without having to connect an external antenna. Now, I use the Apple TV in conjunction with an HDHomeRun because obviously the Apple TV does not have a built-in ATSC 3.0 chip, but this would somewhat replicate if in the future this device had its own built-in ATSC 3.0 chip. As you can see, I don't have any Ethernet connected, it's just using Wi-Fi, and it's just got an HDMI connection to the TV and a power cord to plug into AC power. All right, so I'm going to disconnect internet access. It's this one right here. Internet access removed. Perfect. All right, this is what we're gonna do. The Apple TV is the only streaming device that actually works without an internet connection. It's amazing. Roku's go crazy because they can't serve you up those delicious personalized ads. So this app is the app that I use on a daily basis for TV. It's called Channels for HDHomeRun. This app is absolutely amazing. This is not sponsored. This is what Dylan, me, actually uses on a daily basis. And this works without an internet connection. Now, everything would be so perfect besides the fact that the HDHomeRun doesn't support DRM encryption. And because this app works alongside the HDHomeRun, this app does not work with any DRM encrypted channels. Now, whenever I encounter a channel that has DRM encryption, unless I can't get it with ATSC 1.0, I will then use the ADTH box to play back encrypted channels, and that's basically my only use for the ADTH box. So I'm gonna scroll down to something that's ATSC 3.0 that doesn't have encryption. Let's do the channel that we were just on with the ADTH box. Let's do the Griot. And boom, let me tell you, this is actually faster than the ADTH box is by a huge margin. So we're gonna bring up a really cool technical information page under Show Stats. Now, these people know how to do a technical information page, right? Look at all of this really juicy information. I'll just give you a second to look at this. This app can be downloaded on Apple TV for $25. It's free for iOS and Macs with Apple Silicon. Now, the really cool thing is, let me just turn up the audio here. As you can see, this works natively with AC4 audio. This means it does not have to use a server to get the transcode of the AC4 audio like the HDHomeRun app does, which means that this is a perfectly suitable app for an offline situation, which is why I use this. As you can see, it identifies AC4 audio. No, the Apple TV has no idea what AC4 audio is, but this app does, and it's in its app toolbox to be able to decode the AC4 audio. Really cool stuff. All right, we're gonna get out of this. And what we can do is we can do picture-in-picture. I'm gonna turn off the stats. All right, we're gonna get out of this. We're gonna play a game. This is Asphalt 8. So you can see we're not connected to the internet at all for any of this right now. There's zero internet connection.
You're watching The Griot.
So Signal GH has an app for Apple TV, so it doesn't just work on iPhones, it also works on Apple TV. You can bring up the stations that you currently have locked in. You can go through and change the tuners and see the signal quality of a given RF channel while watching TV in the corner. It's a really cool feature. So just to repeat myself, I get over-the-air TV from an app, just like a streaming app like Sling over here, and it works seamlessly on my Apple TV except without an internet connection. Can you imagine if, say, Sling offered its channels over the air and you didn't even need an internet connection and the channels were just beamed down to your Apple TV and they were able to play them perfectly fine? It didn't matter how many people were using Sling at a given time. 1 billion people could be using Sling and it would still work. That is the future that we need with over-the-air TV. Having apps like these that you can just tap into, start watching, have it work as a seamless experience just like everything else. This would be an awesome setup to have in a remote cabin where you're just receiving the over-the-air broadcast signal and you don't have an internet connection. All of this live data is available to you for free, and you can also use over-the-air TV the same way you would with any other app. That's what makes this so nice. And maybe in the future, an app like this will work without an internet connection. If you like this video, consider subscribing and liking the video. Follow Western New York Over the Air on Instagram, Twitter, and Threads at WNY Over the Air. Like Western New York Over the Air on Facebook at facebook.com/WNY Over the Air. Support the channel on Patreon at patreon.com/WNY Over the Air. And check out WNYOvertheair.com for live band scans, cord cutting tips, and much more.